Hey friends, good to see ya. Just gonna have a little quickie togetherness time tonight. I don't have a whole lot in me, but I wanted to check in with you and talk about what's coming up tomorrow. So, the moon will be in Gemini, and it's the first quarter moon. So, what do we do when it's the first quarter moon? Kitty, stop it. Sorry. Got a kitty walking on the sacred terra. When it's the first quarter moon, we look at what just got off the ground with the new moon. What just happened? We had the eclipse. We had that significant new moon at those very late degrees in Aquarius. So this is the week where we look back and we say, what happened? And what can I do to further the success or to make some adjustments? Because I see that what was planted and is now germinating is coming up a little bit weird. It's a little bit straggly. And so it's these chances when we have the moon at these square points to get things back in order. So it's a day where we make adjustments and we prune. We sometimes we replant if we catch ourselves early enough when it comes to seeing some early failures. So I pulled a few cards, and of course, the Lovers for Gemini. So it's a chatty moon tomorrow. The mood is set by the moon. We get caught up in that general mood, and then as the moon goes through its different aspects to different planets, it accounts for the subtle changes in our feelings, sometimes dramatic changes, our moods, swings in appetite and feeling. So with Mercury and Neptune parallel tomorrow, it's going to be interesting because it's like a conjunction. And Mercury and Neptune don't always make the best bedfellows. But when they get together, it deepens our thoughts. It also deepens our capacity to forgive, to see the larger picture, and to see things without all the hard, rough edges and the typical ego game that we play. So it's a lilting, forgiving, artistic, romantic influence. We don't want to get carried away. It is actually hard to make critical decisions when we do have those hard aspects between Mercury and Neptune. Because Mercury is the bare facts. It's just what happened and the letter of things. And Neptune is embellishment and everything we'd like to see and all the idealism and everything we're hiding from ourselves. So it's not a day to, have real, meaningful, lasting confrontations. It actually doesn't favor that. There is conversation that's going on. There's a connectivity that's there with the moon in Gemini. But Kitty, please, Kitty, stop. But this is something that has us looking at the deeper meanings of things. And we have these two. We have a parallel there between Mercury and Neptune. We ask the bigger questions, and we can take things extremely personally. We tend to see everything being all about us because our feeling and our subjectivity is wrapped up in everything. So not the best day to deal with the hard edges. Hey, Elizabeth. What would I have to say about a composite moon that's opposite Saturn and conjunct Jupiter? Those are the only major and minor aspects to the moon. So the opposition to Saturn is actually a pretty natural opposition to have in a composite chart. There's an easy polarization when it comes to um, the roles, the domestic roles that you're going to play. We do tend to find our contribution extremely easily and settle in to a balance of good give and take when it comes to domestic life. One of us easily falls into the role of the moon, the nurturer, and one of us easily and effortlessly falls into the role of provider or stabilizer. And then the conjunction to Jupiter, moon opposite Saturn, but it is conjunct to Jupiter, fabulous. There's good feelings there. There's generosity. There's genuine appreciation, levity, forgiveness. Moon Jupiter conjunctions in composite charts really does show friendship and similar tolerances, similar comforts. It goes a long way towards showing that we soothe each other's feelings and we find each other a very safe place to land. So that's an excellent conjunction. The opposition is also very good in this type of relationship. If it's a romantic relationship, even if it's a parent-child, that can work very well too. Friendship, fine. But the opposition between Saturn and Jupiter does show that there is a push-pull that goes on between the growth and the safety factors that we have to negotiate. One of you is going to be playing the more adventurous partner, and the other one's going to be playing the role of the more conservative partner. And so we have to negotiate how much or how fast we're going to grow. And we do feel like one of us is not getting with the program, and the other one can see the other one's playing fast and loose. So you will come to a good balance with that one if you can appreciate what each other brings to the table in terms of life experience. But it sounds all in all like it's a good opposition to have in a composite. Hey, Quonie. Thank you for the donation. My Pluto is in his 8th house in Scorpio in synastry. Also, my Pluto conjuncts his Lilith. How does this play out? So having Pluto in the 8th house layover in synastry is fine. That's where Pluto is archetypally supposed to be. So there is it's an appropriate place for you to have your hooks in them, so to speak. So it doesn't actually it doesn't negatively impact a relationship when we have Pluto in somebody else's 8th house. And then the other part of the question, Pluto conjunct Lilith. Now, it's a good thing that it's a conjunction because the way that the Lilith person will assert themselves is in tune with how you, the Pluto person, is using your power, dealing with your own repression, your own, what's in your basement. That tends to be when the Lilith person does their Lilith, when they assert themselves and they ask for equality or speak up. It is our shame issues. It's our patriarchy issues. It's our power issues. It's what's in our basement that acts up. So it doesn't sound like there's anything here really that is of concern. It's a positive thing to have Lilith conjunct to Pluto here. It's probably going to be a pretty lusty combination. the sexually assertive side of Lilith is very comfortable getting down with the devil. So there's really nothing to complain about here with either that overlay or the conjunction. So enjoy it. Thank you, sweetie. Elizabeth, this is a new romance. We're still in the early stages of getting to know each other, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. So you guys are still just rattling sabers. Hopefully it'll work out. It sounds like an excellent spine to the composite chart. Julie, you're welcome, Cloney. Julia, my moon is about to progress into Aries. Is that good or not really? Pisces moon sucks. Yes, that is the worst progression that we can have. Moon in Pisces. It sucks. We're dealing with a lot of internal weaknesses at that point. Now you're coming into strength. This is the Whitney Houston song, Coming Out of the Dark. I won't do that again, I promise. It is a good feeling to feel like the sun is on our face again and you're resurrected. So you're going to join life and you won't be crying all the time. Yeah, good stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to get going for tonight. I will check in with you tomorrow for a much longer formal conversation. I'm working very hard on Substack stuff today. I'm getting the natal chart lesson module and the transit chart lesson module up. So it's really fun. I'm having so much fun with it. I'm adding a lot of pictures and visuals, and I'm really having a blast over there. So I'll let you guys know when it is ready, probably next week. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.